Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is January 5th, 2021, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, what a crazy day to start out 2021. Bitcoin and the Dow Jones both tumble on the first trading day of 2021. Will this be the new theme for 2021? That's yet to be seen. But first, looking at the economic events of the day, just one event scheduled for today. And that's happening all day with the OPEC meetings happening. Now, looking at the Forex symbols, Canadian dollar makes an about face and reverses versus the USD. And really because of two reasons, the dollar getting stronger and oil getting weaker as well. Now, looking at the indices, both the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ tumbled yesterday. Altogether, the Dow Jones tanked over 1,000 points from pre-market trading. Okay, unbelievable day. Looking at commodities, oil is lower and gold trading higher. We did it in the reverse. And now looking at Tesla, was the only green stock on the market yesterday as it pushed higher. And lastly, looking at the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin makes an about face and goes through a roller coaster ride, even trading below $30,000 per Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So I'm going to start out with the Canadian dollar, and this is because I really like the momentum that we have in the Canadian dollar. I mean, it's been very true to itself. After yesterday, okay, we broke above this moving average, okay? And that's really because the dollar is getting much stronger because the Dow Jones is getting weaker, okay? And is an inverse relationship, and also oil getting weaker. We broke above this 127.92. We did continue after breaking that moving average. Now we're looking like we have a pennant flag. Okay, now I don't want to call it a bull flag yet because it really doesn't give us any sort of indication if it's going to go higher, because this could very well be just a short squeeze to the upside. And so we do expect this to test this low again. So just be aware that as that continues to happen. Now looking at a daily chart, this is as strong as it gets versus the US dollar as we've been in almost a year. Okay, so this is really very important area. Now, this is a previous resistance, subsequent support right about this area. So just be aware of that because we've challenged this once before. Okay, so something to consider. Now, looking at the USD Rand, also the dollar getting much stronger here, 14.85. Look at that nice little breakout. Now, this is a consolidation, okay, between 14.69 and 14.47. That is pretty much a consolidation for the Rand. And now it's on that second resistance-ish level. Okay, now this is significant because this was previous support, and I do indicate that it looks like a subsequent resistance. So 14.85 would be a good spot, actually, to maybe think of shorting this at this area. Now, I wouldn't get too aggressive, but you know, you might want to do that as long as it's not breaking above that moving average. Now, looking at gold, continues to break out higher, 1943 after making that nice rally earlier in the week, a nice little pivot move yesterday on the upside and continuing. I do want to see it break above that 1948 for continued upwards momentum. Now, this is really because of inflationary issues as things are kind of still imbalanced in the financial markets. Now, looking at oil, just tapering off at $47.68. And this is happening all as the OPEC meetings are actually happening. Now, jumping into the Dow Jones, okay, look at this monstrous day yesterday. It was a nosedive, okay? It pushed higher and higher pre-market, and about market, it opened up 30,600-ish level and then just tumbled from the open, okay? It literally was just a grinding downwards momentum. And look at that volume, which continued, okay? This was really very important as it did break that 30,500-ish level as well. And now we're just rallying a little bit back here, okay, after consolidating earlier this morning. So all intents and purposes, I do expect this to continue rallying, okay, maybe somewhere in the midsection, 30,300-ish level, okay? But you could see that this is really playing out quite beautifully to the resistance and support level. It hit 29,742. That was your support level. And sure enough, that's exactly what it hit. So with that said, okay, I do expect further volatility in the Dow Jones. Now looking at the NASDAQ as well, did sell off as well. Now looking at the stocks, the only one that was green was Tesla. And we've stopped trading that here at CMtrading because it's way too aggressive and way too volatile for anyone's goodness. Okay, but it was the only green stock on the board. Now, looking at JP Morgan, also sold off significantly. Okay, if we look at a 50-minute chart, you could see that it was a nice grind downwards. Okay, which is indicating there's some weakness in the markets. Now, it might not happen again today that we drop another 1,000 points, but I do expect these spurts to continue happening. Okay, a lot of indecision in the markets, politically, health-wise, you know, with what's going on with COVID-19 in the United States, as the infection rates are going out of control, okay, and the vaccine not getting there in time. Now, lastly, look at Bitcoin. This thing is a roller coaster ride, okay? We went from 34,000 down to 27,600. Okay, that's a 6,000 point move. Okay, now we're almost smack in the middle of that. Okay, but what you do want to look at this is some sort of Fibonacci retracement to set that up to give you some pivot points here. Okay, and that's the pivot point that I'm setting up right now, as you can see here. Okay, so we are at somewhat resistance-ish area here. Okay, because this is really what we care about. This is the level that we care about on a 30-minute chart. If we do continue to break above this 31,345, next resistance is at 32,000. So just be aware of that, as that may continue to go up higher. Now, all intents and purposes today, okay, today's the second day of the trading month, okay, for the month of January. People taking some money off the table, but I do expect the volatility to continue. So just be aware of it and play it safe, okay? In all intents and purposes, you know, if you're able to scalp these type of markets, this is really the type of market to do that. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.